People are advocating for people who kill people not to be killed. Because
Constitutional Court.
Because Unathi, we are some people. I'm not gonna include people are advocating for people who kill people not to be killed. I'm not sure whether you get me.
Are you talking about the death sentence?
People advocate exactly. Death sentence. People are advocating for people who are killing people not to be killed.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Basically, saying that Abantu are saying the death sentence must not be used. You must not have it.
Exactly.
Even though the person is a murderer.
Exactly. If you are saying I have to respect the human rights of life, I can eat human right of life, but funeka ndiphinde ndijonge ndikusizele xa ubulele umuntu while wena uye wayithatha lo right emntwini without thinking twice.
That's why. Here's the reason, Sandile. It's a kringum because you know what happens, ne?
Yeah, this is a kringum as well.
Here's why it's a kringum.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are falsely accused.
Yeah.
Now, I think, if I would simplify this law, if it is proven without a shadow of a doubt that you have killed someone with malice aforethought, with malice intent, but if you've killed more than once, because maybe you were shot, maybe it was in self-defense.
This is how I look at it. If ever a government has so much money to invest, kubekho amapolisa, kubekho kubhildwe ijele, kubhildwe ntoni, unayo imali to invest on people who can do a thorough investigation. Yeah, invest on people who can do a thorough investigation. If ever ubulele umuntu bra sikhupha zonke izixhobo zethu sizibeka apha. Ufuneka sikhuphe isuti ka-Iron Man siyibeke apha for into ubulele masikhuphe bra. Masikhuphe siyibeke apha. If ever we need to play a hologram showing intoba naku umbulala, let's do that shit. Why not invest kwizinto ezinjalo to prove intoba dude, you really did this with the intentions of our yambulala. Therefore, we don't have anything to say to you. Asizuyixoxa into yakhe ndoba uyazazi ndoba wenze lento kuba kusenze kuze wenze lento kuba uyazi ndoba imandate yakhe ibisithini.
What you're saying is true. Can you just defend? Yeah.
I have a question. What if a person was framed and there is direct evidence pointing to this person, and the judge can't think of anything else but to point to this person because all evidence points to this one person, and there's no single shred of it defense for this person?
I don't feel
Nathi uthethi ngathi zange uyenze science. Uthethi ngathi zange uyenze science. Because as you know, ntwana yami ndoba, at some point bakhona abantu who will go ngaloo ndlela. But now, are you scared of sacrificing abantu abayi-2 to save 100,000?
Hi, bro.
Are you scared of sacrificing or saying, okay, there are chances? Uba kuthiwa wena Unathi, there is 98% yoba i-crime ingadropa if ever this could happen. Are you telling me noba unolavalo lala 2%?
You see, the issue is that
via mistake.
The good thing is that the good thing is that there are case studies that already exist all over the world, and we know that when death is introduced, it doesn't reduce crime. There's no real effect that it makes. People will still continue doing crime.
Really? Where?
America.
There's the crime rate yase Saudi Arabia. That's Dubai.
Zero. Probably. No, not zero, but
okay.
Low.
Why? People leave their cars on streets with is zakhona.
It's because you're bored,
because fire wathatha uyahamba.
No, it's not because of that. It's not because of that.
No, but
It's because of religious reasons. They are
No. Jonga lamthetho usuka kwi-religion yakho. Lamthetho usuka kwi-religion yakho. But uzama unxele wabo religion.
No, it's not because they are afraid of the religion.
Rubbish and die.
No, man.
Respect.
Listen, the Muslims, they are more ordered than Christians.
Jonga. I'm not saying.
Unathi, you are denying human nature.
What?
We do bad things because we think we can get away with them. If we know we won't get away with this thing, we refrain from doing it. You understand?
Okay.
The things that we do, you do it because you have that chance. But hey, that's it. But if you ask, but there's no chance.
Anele, uyayazi noba South Africa ime on which standpoint noba like lamthetho ungabuyiswa. It's because they are saying if ever we would bring back the penalty, meaning abantu abazuyeka umosha kuba befuna uyeka umosha, bazawuyeka umosha kuba besoyika. Yamadoda yintoni wrong uyekisa umosha kuba usoyika?
That's fine.
Clearly singabantwana.
But they will
clearly
that chance.
Moral consciences.
But guys,
people do bad things because they can get away with it. If they can't get away with it, they won't do it.
That's why a death sentence won't necessarily reduce the crimes that deserve a death sentence, because people will think, I can't get away with this without being caught. So they'll take that.
I lula lendo unathi uba uyaba qhawula izandla. Uba uyarape qhawula ipozoli. Uba ubulele bulawo. Ilula lento. Like ilula bra, ilula le way. Ilula kabi le way.
As much as it is simple, it's actually unconstitutional.
Yo, unconstitutional. The constitution yayiza nabani?
Yemfethu. Fighting it was unconstitutional. It was illegal to fight apartheid. You know, there was a disease called drapetomania or something like that. Drapetomania.
I don't know.
So, was in order to ease cognitive dissonance among Amla when they were busy oppressing abantu abamnyama, and when there was the whole slave trade situation. They first had to dehumanize black people in order for them to be able to commit these atrocities unto them, because there's no association. They don't feel the same pain we feel. That's why we can experiment on them, cut women's wombs open, all these weird things that people did to people during slavery. So there was a whole pseudoscience was in order to back up this whole notion, a superiority complex among Amla, and why black people are inferior. They are the missing link between Homo sapiens and the previous generation of humans. But basically, there was a disease assigned to slaves that wanted to escape slavery. It was called drapetomania. I think that's the name. So if when, as a slave, you wanted to leave slavery, you wanted to escape from your slave master's house, you were actually sick. You had a mental illness. You wanting freedom was a mental illness. So, using the Constitution, or using the law, or using legality, and making it synonymous with ethics is unconstitutional. That is unparliamentary, what you are doing there. There are morals and there are ethics, and then there is the Constitution and the law. It was unconstitutional for a black person to own land, for a black person to be seen gallivanting in certain areas. It was illegal. You understand? You could be scoped and donored for walking around in your own land, in your own country, without a...
Take it into account.
Personally, I would say do not use the Constitution as the standard for morality.
No, we have to ask this question. Now this brings us to the question: is the Constitution moral? Not necessarily. Or it is.
In some cases.
Yeah. Then what is moral? What is moral about a death sentence? Killing another person.
As a
form of punishment.
We're not taking it as a cancer. Ne?
Okay.
You are killing other people. Therefore, funeka ususiwe so that lo mjida asiwe. Ithathe as a cancer.
Okay.
Yabo, yeke into ye-morals. I-morals ziphume ngomnyaka okudala xa umbulala lami. Wena xa sithetha ngawe xa sikujaja asisebenzise ezi-morals because awunazongo nawe. Awunazo. How can we judge someone ongenazi morals nge-morals? Kutheni ufuna uzenza ungcwele umuntu uthenjiswa ngubani ngezulu izulu zalibona but lo muntu uthathe wena muntu ubukeleyo and allowing that to happen and continue. How do you think you're going to make it in life? Like how,
let's think about this carefully. Now,
Unathi uzazanga Constitution again?
No. Here's an example. If is, let's say, at some point they were known to be mentally ill and they kill a person. Let's say they kill 30 people and they're killing them. And then after the killing of the people, maybe for some months, they become, now they are no longer mentally ill. Should that person been killed for committing?
Woyikubulala umuntu oyi-1 ubulela abantu abayi-30? Woyikubulala umuntu oyi-1?
Unathi is too much of an apologist.
No,
you are too much of an apologist. Unathi, so I watched this documentary. So I watched this documentary on his psychopath.
Okay.
I watched this documentary on his psychopaths on Facebook.
Yeah.
So there's this guy. So as you know, mostly we all there are mental illnesses. You understand? And for instance, a person might have a chemical imbalance or whatever. And meaning, if you're a psychopath, you don't perceive reality or emotions or things the way we perceive them. You understand? When you have your own perception of things. Yeah. So the outie is a serial killer. You understand? Like. Ucisha abantu si-speciality sakhe yiwe yakhe xa uvuka seku
igazi man.
That's what's going on. Njengoba wena uvuka ucinga need for speed la out ivuka ucinga yazi senibulale njani so the out so my friends la bayibuze say enwana yenza njani mfethu le yoba ukubulala abantu mfethu to, you know what I mean, in the numbers that you have done. Don't you feel any remorse? Hitler out, no. Out. So do you think that it's fair that you are being kept in this maximum prison? Again. Yes and no. Uti no, because you feel like now he's suffering now because he's in a bad space. But I feel like yes, because he understands that the actions that he did were wrong, and if let out again, he will do them again. Simply because he has no control over himself. You understand?
Okay.
So nibuze ke ngokuwe wena Unathi. Le out, should we as taxpayers, like Johnny Mongrel, there was a guy, we saw a video of that guy. You know that? Remember that guy?
Well, look at you here.
Yeah. Right? Now, the out. In prison, what's the purpose of a prison? Is it just punishment or is it rehabilitation as well?
It's a rehabilitation.
I don't want to be rehabilitated. And face to face, emails, and if umdakashaye ngogaya islice uzobenzani? I kill him. If umdakafuna ujoina umenzani? I kill him. So why thina Unathi should we be feeding these individuals, clothing these individuals, housing these individuals, who don't add value to society, but they only bring misery. All they are good for is destruction. They have no regard for human life. But when you want to come with your sainthood, it's like Fetu, it's like you are a slave, and your slave master is busy killing your kids, killing your relatives. And when you are like, no, a Christian should never kill. Turn the other, I shit for who?
Yeah.
Nobody said that, man.
To close this, because this is our amanyano, because we Dallas now. To close this, you know why prisoners are still kept, even though besenza la manyano wenza. It's because prisoners are one of the cheap labors. One of the cheapest labors. Elizabeth. You are allowed to do what you are told to do without complaining. Cheapest labors. Read about that without that, because I'm here born to read about that. But prisoners are one of the cheapest labors.
So I understood that concept. So I understood that concept with prison labor, because what happened in America is that prisons were no longer state-owned. Or, well, let me not say we're no longer, but there was a whole movement into privatized prisons, where a prison was like a business. So if I, like opening a hotel, but in this case, I'm opening a hotel for prisoners. You understand? So now if you have a prison, it means you need people to come and house that prison, so that you are subsidized by the government and whatever. So there was actually that whole thing where there was mass incarceration in America in order to ensure that these prisons are filled up with people. And those people that were in those prisons were used in production mills and stuff like that as cheap labor and indentured servitude and stuff like that. But is that thing also real up in South Africa?
It's real, bro. It's real. I'm not gonna say I'm a prisons that I've went to, or something that I've heard or seen. But I can tell you one thing, when I went to a prison and we had a conversation, I tell you, Brian, but when I was looking at it on the point of view, I saw it in my face. Like, umholo phaya fethu onowuhola ngeveki ungathenga into onoyitya ngemini eyi-1. Ube usebenze maybe full 8 hours, 7 hours.
Why are
they getting paid, by the way?
You kaloku anditsho there are things that are sold inside. There are things that are sold inside. And so there are things that are sold inside. So basically, you would work as a gardener, you would work as a farmer, like ukulsinkuku. You would work as ungakhenina at the prison. You would work as a cleaner.
So wait, so you're just literally working just to maintain the state of the prison?
Yeah.
Man, isn't that recreational things?
Do you think it ends there?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. You guys destroyed me in the argument of a death sentence.
I suka wena ubusane argument na.
And the fool.
Don't be mean. Come back.
Look, in prison, it's understandable why you would want to kill another person because they have done something wrong, that is, kill other people or basically traumatize abantu in a way.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the main worry is that if people then use that opportunity to subject others, say innocent people, into that situation, that's I can say that's my main problem. Otherwise, in principle, a person should be punished according to what they have done, personally. But my problem with a death sentence is only the fact that it might be used.
Unathi.
It's used. That's the only reason why
Unathi,
I have a problem with it.
Let me cut you.
Cut.
The same argument is made when it comes to a rape. A lot of people who defend this whole thing of why a rape should be dealt with harshly are saying, no, but sometimes women say, Uguti, this person raped them when they didn't. There's false accusations and whatnot.
Me Too movement.
There are more rapes, real rapes, that happen than fake accusations.
Exactly.
And there are more rapes that are not
unreported. 100% that are not reported than actual rapes. So we can't constantly be making laws considering the minority or the anomaly. Make provision for those things, but we should always deal with izinto mfethu that are national issues. Mfethu, there was a rape crisis going on here.
Actually, there still is.
Guys, it's going on right now, and guys are doing these things because they think they can get away with it. It's become a norm now. Mfethu, there are so many girls now that I know who have been either molested or raped or whatnot. You understand?
And onke la majita ayenze ezo waves ananga jikeleza apha ngaphandle.
Aphinde aphume la majita.
Aphume
la majita fethu and continue to do the same thing. Siyamazi lo muntu uba is a rapist. He has done it before, but we still let him out to go and do it again. Fethu, Mamela, I believe if you've done something more than once, it is no longer justifiable. You understand?
No. I'm saying no, it's no longer justifiable, of course.
Oh, I thought you're disagreeing. This is a simple example. There was this thing where it was asked, the relationship between Batman and the Joker.
Yep.
So,
not really, but
Batman lives by this code that I don't kill. You understand? Like he doesn't kill anyone. You understand? Because killing is bad. You understand? I think it's because that nigga has no powers. But anyways, that's not the point. I mean,
I'm actually speaking of that. Okay, now I'm starting to think about.
Can you speaking of
that? Okay, let me explain. So, but if there was a dead crisis, Batman would lose his powers, though. Let's be honest, because his powers like his man. But anyways, my man. So, Batman doesn't kill anyone. He doesn't kill people. His job is to yakbamba akufake jail. You understand? Now, Batman is constantly arresting Joker. Whenever you watch the cartoons or the movies or the series or whatever, you understand? Joker is constantly escaping from a prison. What does Joker do after he has escaped?
He does the same thing.
The same thing.
He kills. Joker kills. Batman, the problem is akaisusi uyayibamba ayifake knowing it's almost like Joker gives Batman purpose. Now the same relationship can be seen between God and the devil. It is claimed that the devil is the problem, right? And the devil is doing bad things and wrong things, but God is there. He has the authority, the ability, and the means and the capabilities to remove this guy. But I can remove.
Kaloku anditsho ukuthi Anele sithi aba basemidlini kufuneka sikhethe uba sifuna
Mamela.
The main argument is that it is to teach us to come.
It is not effective. We will never be taught.
Ela, Unathi 3 minutes for my vale lento ne. So to cut loose or Anele. So I think next time we need to stick on a topic, because now we ended up addressing about 4 or 5 topics that we could have made different episodes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
So on that, and siphele singayithethanga kwale besiyizele apha okanye uye wadefeated.
Actually, we didn't have an agenda, but anyway, yeah. Huh?
Ne uye wadefeated yaphela yonke loo nto, so it's fine.
Sihlangulile boy.
Ayisimethile yo. Andiyale nto beyithetha, andiyale nto beyithetha.
You have to understand. You have to understand, Kaloku. You have to understand that in this channel, I'm the one who is the uninformed here. So I'm happy to listen to you.
No, I can. So,
yeah. But Pamela, I would actually like us to address this thing, Fetu. You know, first of all, I think men don't understand feminism. That's the first thing, myself included. Yeah. So I would actually like for us on the next time, read up what you can on feminism, what you understand, what it's about, why there's even a need for a movement called feminism, even in the first place. What is the patriarchy? What is, you know what I mean? What is sexual assault? You know what I mean? What is rape? What is because people have different versions of this thing. Like for instance, you know how there's that line where you don't know if you should, you know, pursue. Are you being rapey if you are pursuing? Do you ask once? Or should you? When do we draw the line? You understand? So I think, because I find there are so many females around me, bro, who feel very uncomfortable, who feel very unsafe, who feel like there's misogyny, there's toxic masculinity. We need to understand these things as Amajita, define these things as Amajita. Because you might find there are things that have been socially accepted, as Amajiteni, when in actual fact, those are the toxic traits that women talk about. But we don't see them in that light purely because we don't understand where they are coming from. And I think because men are the problem, men rape, men are the ones who are going and disrupting women's lives. Men should be the ones to address the situation as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like for us to talk about that the next time.
Yeah,
the next time being tomorrow morning.
I'm cycling tomorrow morning, so I have to.
Okay.
Helmet.
What? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
So in the afternoon, maybe.